Have you ever felt like every tiny thing you do is under a microscope? That little twitch in your eye, that slightly too loud laugh, the way you just exist? This is the prison of hyperawareness, and it's quietly destroying your confidence. Okay, I just blinked weird. Did you see that? I bet you did. And my laugh, it was definitely off key. I exist. Please cancel me. It feels like you're the main character in a play where everyone is just waiting for you to mess up. But what if I told you that feeling, that intense anxiety, is lying to you every single day? We're about to expose the biggest scam your brain has ever pulled on you. So, why does your brain do this? Why does it put you under this imaginary, suffocating spotlight? It all comes down to a tiny almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's over-caffeinated security guard. When you're in a social situation, your prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, is trying to figure out how to act. But your hyperactive amygdala hijacks the system, screaming, "Danger, everyone's watching you." They all saw you sip your drink weirdly. This creates a feedback loop from hell where your anxiety spirals, making you notice more and more tiny flaws, which only makes your amygdala scream louder. It's an absurd neurological glitch, a mental prank. Realizing how ridiculous this internal alarm system is the first step to disarming it. The truth is, your brain is just being dramatic. Don't believe me? Let's talk about the Barry Manilow t-shirt experiment. It's a classic psychology study that proves how much we overestimate the attention we get. Researchers had college students wear a t-shirt with a giant, and let's be honest, pretty embarrassing picture of Barry Manilow on it, and then walk into a room full of their peers. The students wearing the shirt were convinced that almost everyone noticed and was judging them. They felt mortified, but in reality, less than a quarter of the people in the room even remembered seeing the shirt. Imagine walking into a party wearing an I Heart Durian shirt, positive that all eyes are on you, that whispers are following you. But when you look closer, nobody cares. They're all trapped in their own heads, worrying about their own Barry Manilow t-shirts. That feeling of shame you feel, it's built on a false reality. The relief you feel when you realize no one is actually watching, that's the truth. This intense self-focus isn't just a quirky personality trait. For many, it's a symptom of something deeper, like social anxiety, perfectionism, or even OCD tendencies. Your brain gets stuck in a pattern where it treats every tiny social misstep like a federal crime. It's like you're permanently on trial in the courtroom of your own mind. Judge Anxiety bangs the gavel and shouts, "Guilty. Guilty of overthinking that handshake. Guilty of breathing slightly too loud." Sentence: 3 days of replaying the moment in your head. Here's a sentence that might change everything for you. Your brain is literally gaslighting you into believing you're the main character of everyone's nightmare. But you're not. It's a cognitive distortion, a trick of the mind. And once you see the trick, you can start to break free from it. If you feel this way, you're in surprisingly good company. Some of the most successful and beloved people on the planet have fought this exact battle. Adele, the global superstar, has been open about her debilitating stage fright, a direct result of feeling watched and judged. Emma Watson has spoken about her struggles with social anxiety, feeling like she could never live up to the world's expectations. Even historical figures like Gandhi described himself as painfully shy in his youth, terrified of public speaking. Imagine Adele on a red carpet with millions of eyes on her, and a voice in her head whispering, "They're all judging my shoes." It's a universal human experience. Knowing that these icons felt the same crushing self-consciousness and still managed to share their gifts with the world isn't just relatable, it's empowering. It proves that this feeling doesn't have to define your destiny. Let's imagine a new superhero, Captain Overthinker. His power, the ability to analyze every single one of his own actions to the point of paralysis. He's about to save the day. But wait, I just adjusted my cape, and it looked clunky. They definitely hate me now. My heroic stance is all wrong. The crowd isn't looking at the villain. They're all secretly critiquing his posture. Right, wrong? It's absurd. Seeing your own hyperawareness as this ridiculous, unwanted superhero can help you detach from it and see it for what it is. A mental habit, not a reality. It's a joke your brain is playing on you. But here's the twist, the part that changes everything. What if this curse could actually be your hidden gift? What if you could flip the script on Captain Overthinker and turn that intense awareness into a superpower you actually want? Okay, so how do we escape this prison and maybe even turn it into a palace? It's about transforming that inward-facing spotlight into an outward-facing curiosity lamp. Here are 4 actionable strategies. First, the mindfulness hack. Instead of focusing on yourself, get intensely curious about the world around you. Ask yourself questions like, what's the most interesting color in this room? Or I wonder what that person is passionate about. This redirects your brain's energy. Second, the 3-second rule. The moment you have an impulse to do something, speak up, join a conversation, dance, do it within 3 seconds. Act before your amygdala has time to scream its objections. Third, the five senses reset. When you feel the anxiety rising, quickly name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. This grounds you in the present moment, not in your head. And finally, reframe your mistakes. They're not disasters, they're micro-mimes. That awkward thing you said? It's a 2-second funny clip in the grand movie of life that everyone, including you, will forget almost instantly. So let's go back to that courtroom. Judge Anxiety is ready to deliver another guilty verdict, but this time you stand up. You see the judge, the jury, the whole system for what it is. Phantom, an illusion created by a glitch in your wiring. You don't fight it, you just walk out. The spotlight fades, the chains break. You are free. Because here's the ultimate truth. Hyperawareness isn't a reflection of reality, it's a prison. And you, and only you, hold the key. If this video hit you harder than your last awkward party moment, smash that like button. Share this with your overthinking squad, and subscribe for more mind-freeing content. Thanks for watching.